My name is Sean Splains and this is Civilization VII. In the last video we cleaved through the first 25 turns of exploration, taking out Benjamin Franklin up here, Yi Sun Shin over here, and we've so far taken about half of Hideyoshi's territory, and we're going for a military victory which we're actually quite close to. So the overall goal is to get 6 times the amount as our secondary person to us, and every time we take a settlement we'll get 5 points, and every time we take a capital we'll get 9 points. So if we just keep on taking settlements, especially off of the next 3 people next to us, because they're the ones we want to try and get multiples against, we're going to try and hit this very fast. And I'm hoping to try and do this throughout this video and not have to do a part 3 to exploration, but we'll see how we get on. Trying to just get back into the swing of things now. The way I left it was kind of in the middle of combat. At the moment we have our commander down here, this is where we'll start. This swordsman's in the water, so unfortunately I can't hit him unless I have a ranged unit, which I don't here at the moment. So I will pack the units into the commander and then move them out from the commander onto the tiles in front of them. I will move this unit in here, we'll attack into this courser and finish it off. The good and bad thing about fighting Hideyoshi is his ability, where every time you attack him you do double damage into him, but unfortunately when he attacks you he does double damage into you, so it's really important that we find ourselves in a position where we cleave through all of his units in the same turn. So we'll see here, it doesn't reflect the numbers on screen of how much he is actually taking. The damage is taken is multiplied by 200%, an indicator that the 62 that we're actually doing is technically becoming 186 against him because it's been multiplied by 200%. The point I was trying to make is that we don't want him to have units left because his units are going to do a lot of damage to us. So I just want to try and kill all of his units as quickly as possible. Here I took the first strike because, as I said, it's an essential ability right now, and I went for the commendation of second wind because it allows us to get another attack on our units, which is actually really good here because I can put it into this guy and kill this unit off, which will give us more science and all of our other yields. We've got that samurai sitting in there, they can stay there. We've got a commander sitting here waiting to go into Tubman's territory. She's sitting at minus 43 with us, and there's nothing else that we can really do to antagonise her, unfortunately, so we'll just have to sit and wait. We've got our commander down here who's waiting to put the troops down, so I will place them there and there. Hopefully kill off this courser, not quite. So I think unfortunately we're probably going to lose these 2 units when he gets to attack us next turn. We actually upgraded this unit to tier 2, but again, because he's doing double damage, it's going to be quite dangerous for us. So I'll move onto this tile to try and protect my commander. And I don't really want any other traditions. We've got 3 units here, so we'll just try and move some of them down. And then back over here where we have just finished this war, I'm going to heal my units up a wee bit before I let them go back. I'll keep this one here, and I'll keep this one in there. Just heal everyone up before we head back across. And I can't remember if this commander's okay. No, he's also just going to heal, so I'll just leave him there to heal. And all of the cogs and fleet commander can just sit and wait for the war against Tubman to begin. And this crossbowman can stop them from being able to one-shot my commander there. I've actually got 2,400 gold, so I'm going to go round all of my settlements and pick up tea houses and inns and just try and get my happiness back up. Well, that's a really good inn right there. Is there anything else that gives us happiness? We've got a temple. We can go +7 by going there. And now we can get either +1 gold in each settlement following our religion or +1 culture. We'll go for gold because that's more important for us. But again, we're not really spreading the religion in this game because it's not that impactful for a military game. That's definitely more for yields-based games. Fortunately, because I actually have really strong attack anyway, my defense should be about 65 on most units. Their double damage is only going to be about 80, so there's no way they can actually one-shot my units. It will take them like 3 or 4 hits still. And here we've triggered an event where we get to get a military point for capturing settlement within 50 turns. It doesn't appear like it's one that auto-procs if you've already captured one, so you need to freshly capture a new settlement, but considering how many we've got in the last 25, I think getting 1 in 50 should be okay. We'll attack into Himji, and we'll just transport some units here. I'll move the commander down by 1 so that these 2 units can attack into this courser. Oh, I don't even need both of them to attack actually. I'll move this samurai back in between those walls so they can heal, and then move this crossbowman out to try and help with the attack onto Himji. Then I will do a coordinated assault into it, hopefully take down the walls, which we do. I'll bring these 2 units around. And unfortunately we don't have any more, but we can take out the walls with this guy, and then hopefully take out the courser with this unit. Yep. So now this unit's also up at tier 2, so you can see that now that we're getting into a point where we're using the same samurai over and over again, we're starting to upgrade them now. It feels like it's taken such a long time because I'm taking a lot of time between turns, but realistically it has only been 20 turns in the game. It's just because war unfortunately takes a really long time to play through. So as usual we'll just move our units down to commanders that are willing to take them. This samurai's gone up to full health, so I'll pack him back into this commander. This samurai can just stay in Kobdo. I actually just realised I took him out of a settlement when I wanted him to stay there, so I'll just move this guy in. And he can rest there. We get attacked directly over there unfortunately, so I'll need to take him out. Never even saw that swordsman sneak up on me. Unfortunately Tubman still doesn't quite hate me. Gilgamesh is willing to fold for now, which to be honest kind of suits me, because I'm still very much attacking Hideyoshi. Or I can view the map, sorry. I'll just want to check my war support and see. Oh, you actually can't see the war support at this point. Yeah, I'll just take the gold. I'm quite happy to end it for now. I think it was at 0, I quickly caught it there. But it just means I've got 1 less person to worry about attacking me. It is easier to focus on 1 war at a time if you can help it. Especially because we don't have a lot of units right now. So I'll just do my rural tiles and then we'll attack into here. I'll check and see if one of these is nearly upgrading. He's at 0 of 3. They're at 2 of 3, so I want it to be this one that kills. Oh, 2 away, that's unfortunate. But we get Himji, we'll keep this settlement. And we'll keep moving forward. I will move here and get both of the crossbowmen, so they can move onto this tile, and then I'll focus fire into the unit in front. Oh, we don't even need to. Heroic Assault just obliterated them. Wow. I'll pack back in then, because we don't even need to use these guys. And I will just take the attack into the courser. We get the kill as well, so how close are we to tier 3? 1 away from getting a tier 3 samurai here, which is good. We have 5 more settlements to take out. That's surprising. This is a capital here, so he must have settled on the far side as well. There's one here, and then probably some over to the right, I would imagine. In this situation, I could raise and get all my health back. I think that's the best decision. Getting all my health back is really good. This isn't a health situation, so I will just pack in. Then I'll move out so that I can pack up these 2 units and move the samurai along. So I'll move one down here. I'll move the green health one there, and then I'll move the commander back in. Attack into this tile. And because I took that settlement, I actually get a military point. Which, like I said, whenever I get military points, I'm now just going to keep on putting them into the +2 healing. Being able to heal a lot faster just helps us out in the long run, because it means we can reinforce situations quicker. I will move the commander, pack him into there, and then we'll just try and get across to Tubman as quickly as possible, I guess. I can pack this samurai in here. This guy wants to unpack slowly. And next turn we should be able to start the war with Tubman. So I don't mind moving these guys out this turn anyway. Oh, she's got a natural wonder, that's nice. And just to be sure, I will fortified attack. Not fortified, combined attack. I'll move this unit into here, get them to sleep. They can skip a turn, they can skip a turn. And I think there's one more thing I wanted to check. Oh yeah, I want to move this commander here to pick up this samurai. And this samurai that's nearly fully healed. I'll leave this one sitting there. And then we will go all the way over here. As quickly as possible. I'll tell this one to sleep so that it doesn't randomly pop up and annoy me in the next combat. And even though I have like nearly 800 influence, he's already at -5, which is totally fine. I'll save my war support for Tubman and the next war that I have against Gilgamesh. So we'll go back down to Kyoto. This is my kind of main focus at the moment. So I will use this unit into here. And because that now takes away the zone of control from this spot, I can actually put this red health unit here. They should be able to take out this courser, which they do. Gives us shipbuilding, which is nice, but we don't really need it. We actually have an extra policy slot. So I think taking 114 gold a turn is pretty good. That sounds pretty good. We don't have any more units unfortunately, so we'll just move back onto this tile and stay safe. I'll just fortify them for a turn. We'll attack into these walls, and then I think I'll actually attack into these walls. I don't really want them to move from this position. What's their command radius? Their command radius is extended. Decisive victory. So even though I'm on 2 HP, the samurai wins that combat from 2 HP because of the double damage. That's ludicrous. That is actually insane. They went up to tier 3 as well. That was really funny. Oh, they lost 1 HP. At least they lost something from that. That was crazy. Right. Now that we go back up here, I only need to leave 1 unit in. I might as well leave the one that's got less going on for them. I'll move down for a tile. We'll get the commander in there. And I don't really want to gamble and guess that he's over to the right. That's probably Gilgamesh. I'll just go down and assist. So we'll get 1 more movement. I think this is a district here as well. Yeah, it is. So I will unpack everyone to do an assault. Oh, they can actually attack in at the back. That was a bit of a misplay. Could have got more experience out of that situation if I played it better. Oh, he doesn't actually have any movement anyway, so yeah, I can just move the Trung there. Forgot I'd already moved him. And we're now ready to start the war on Tubman, thankfully. Unfortunately, because every time you declare on her, she automatically gets +5 in her favour. This is the only time I'm going to start in minus. But I have so much influence that I can offset that quite comfortably. So I'll push myself back up to +4. And we will move back in. I'll take these 3 units. The unfortunate thing here is I can't quite tell if there's zone of control because of the fog of war. So we need to just keep on dropping units in front of us to make sure. Although that's the district walls already, so I might as well just plant my units where I can. Can they go straight into an attack? They cannot. So I will move 1 samurai here and get them to move into this tile, which they can still attack. And move 1 samurai there. I'll pack this one back into the commander. And we actually have more movement, so I think I'll be better doing this. I will do a combined assault. I'm just trying to decide where I'll do it. I think it probably is best to try and do it into this first district, because we're still not taking it out. She's got really strong defences. Well, she's got 2 military aids in her favour, that's why. We've only got 1 and it's not as strong. Do an attack here, we get another upgrade on the commander. So I'll continue to prioritise going down the assault tree so that we get that +5 in first strike. and then we'll try and get the +5 from order, because at the moment it just feels like we're quite lackluster compared to the other samurai. This guy that's sitting over here can now come and try and help, although there's a settler there that's ripe for the taking, so we'll just make sure we take that down. She's probably trying to settle up here, but that would just be a pain for us to deal with. And now we can actually use our naval fleet. I'll attack into this district with a combined attack, and the third one didn't even need to, which means we can actually raise the district and control it. That doesn't really mean much to us right now because they can just walk back in there with our coursers, but in order to do that it uses up all of their movement, which is useful. Oh, they've actually just magically spawned a unit and attacked with it in the same turn. I love when the AI does that. They've only healed their settler, which means I can just take it out this turn and discover their next settlement. They're really trying to do that thing that I haven't seen in the entire game and create cities that are just annoying to deal with. I thought we got away from that in this seed, but apparently not. +1 happiness for each settlement following your religion, or +125 culture. Again, we're really trying to focus on happiness, even though I'm at 16. I never noticed I was that low. That's really bad. So I'll continue to try and make temples everywhere, as well as inns, just to try and get our happiness up. Go there to go over the garden, and we now can't afford the temple, so we'll do that on a different turn. This crossbowman can't really do anything. In fact, I think we could probably just pack everyone up that's within range. We definitely want to protect this level 3 samurai and find a tile that they can raise to get some health back. The best tiles for that are always rural tiles. Is this a rural tile for him? It is, it's a woodcutter. So if I move across here and place them onto that tile, next turn, assuming they don't get killed, they will be able to raise that and get 60 HP from it, so I'll just heal with them for a turn. And we'll move a samurai onto this tile. They can attack into this district. These ones can attack into this district. Right, so now we've got another capital. So if we look over here, we're now at 159. Unfortunately, Tubman's still quite high up there, but Hideyoshi's dropped all the way down to 16, so he's pretty useless now. So we just need to try and take these two down a bit, and then we'll probably hit a transcendent victory pretty soon. Since this was an original capital, we're not allowed to raise it, we actually have to keep it. And again, I don't think I really need amphibious. There is a navigable river there, to be fair, but I think Pathfinder's much more useful. Being able to navigate through all the vegetated terrain and all the rough terrain is really nice. We get a couple more resources to add. And I'll just leave the commander there. We can move across and attack. I'll move the commander down to this tile so that these two units can go and attack into this courser. And this unit could heal from the mine, assuming that doesn't use up all their movement, which it does, unfortunately. Over here, I will use a combined attack into... In fact, can I move into this tile? I can, but there's zone of control. Doesn't use up all of my movement though. So if I move them there, I move these guys down here, and I move these ones here, I can actually combine assault into... Oh, but I'm so used to having extended commander range. It didn't work on this guy because he's not within the command range. But we get an upgrade already, and for me, I feel like, although I picked leadership earlier on because I wasn't really planning on using him and I just wanted the +5%, some of these can be pretty good. But as much as the +5 focus fire is actually really good, I think the best tree is bombardment by far. You get bonus damage against fortified districts, you get extra reciprocal damage when you're taking attacks, which just means that when you take attacks from ranged attacks, you actually reflect some back onto the enemy, which doesn't usually happen. Extra splash damage when attacking onto the shore, and just extra damage against land units in general. This is the one for attacking coastal towns and stuff. This one generally helps you against other boats, which we don't really have to worry about by the looks of it. And then logistics and manoeuvre are pretty much the same as land commander. And then leadership is pretty similar to Land Commander as well, but I'll go into that more in depth in a different situation when I feel like I'm actually using the Naval Commander. At the moment, it's not really my focal point. But we take this district, I will do a focused assault into this middle district, and then we'll be in a much better position to come down and deal with the actual core of Cincinnati. It's a weird shape actually with the little tick shape going on there. Oh, I can take 200 signs from that tile, we'll do that. We'll probably take a hit from this Gold Bangles infantry, but I don't imagine they'll do too much damage. Yeah, they're about even, that's fine. We might lose this samurai getting offered peace. I might actually take this if he offers me 2 settlements. He's not offered me 2 settlements. Okay, it's not really worth it for one, I can quite quickly take one. I was just thinking, now that I've taken his capital, these other settlements aren't worth like nearly as much. So what I might do is take Karakorum, and then he might be willing to give me 2 on top of that. Or even 1 would be enough. It's more just taking enemies out of the game, so they're definitely so far away that I can win Transcendent, and then I want to move on to a different leader. So we get the first strike, and it's important that I also make sure I get my bonus. So we want to get order, so we're getting +5 attack. So now we've basically just given all of our units within the radius +10 attack compared to what they were getting before. And now unfortunately I cannot raid that mine for HP, so this poor tier 3 guy is stuck. But I'll leave him in this settlement just now. I'll move the Trung round here and pack up as many units as I can. Then move forward and try and expel them. This unit can just heal from the mine and go back up to basically full. I'll move a samurai down here to attack this courser. And then I will put the crossbow, and hopefully they can take out that crossbowman, that courser that's in the water. Unfortunately they can't reach them, but that's okay. I'll just put them back in, or I'll sit them on a tile where they can protect someone. Oh, well, they can actually attack from there, that's good. So we take out that courser. I will move this commander onto this tile and make them sit. And then I will move the Trung down 1 tile. And they should be fine there, there's no way any of their units are going to be able to circumvent and deal some damage into there. I will move the crossbowman across the water actually, it looks like there's another settlement there. Here I'll do another focus fire into this courser. And unfortunately this unit won't be able to do anything to give myself XP, so I'll just kill out that courser. And here I'll try and regroup with the commander. I'll use this unit to take out that wall, and we'll reposition our samurai around this Gold Bangles and combined assault into the Gold Bangles. Thankfully we take out in 1 hit anyway, so that was good. I will attack there, and then next turn I'll position myself in a way that I'm actually completely surrounding Cincinnati, and I should be able to take it in a couple of turns. We actually get to heal from the camp as well. I feel like I rambled quite a lot in the last episode, so I'm going to try and control myself and just focus on the gameplay at hand in this one. We get colonialism and metallurgy from all of the damage that we just took. And we'll just take a random tile. The tiles that we take here won't really matter anyway. We don't quite have an extra option yet. Move them there, and indeed there is a settlement over here, so I'll probably move over to try and take that shortly. Although these units are looking pretty weak. I'll use that samurai to kill them. I will use the crossbowman to kill this courser. Samurai to kill this courser. Then move down a tile. Attack into this Karakorum slot. Give this guy a second turn so he can attack into it again and actually take the district. I don't really see any units, so again I should be fine to just keep on pushing and ideally take Karakorum next turn. I think this commander's pretty safe to just go across here and take out whatever this settlement is. So I'll just click there. This guy can heal. This unit can just keep healing and stay in there. Now we've got another batch of samurai to send down to help. I will get this unit to attack into here because I think it'll only take one, which it does, and then I'll move the commander down. I think if I move this unit down here, then I should be able to do a combined assault into this tile, and all three should be able to hit it, which they do. We get another upgrade, which I'm going to take the secondary armament. So next turn I'll be able to get the +5 combat strength commendation. Here I'll move them down a touch. I'll move the commander down here. Take out this courser. Move this samurai onto this tile to do some damage into these walls. We unfortunately lose that cog, but it's fine. Realistically, I'm not that focused on the naval warfare element of the game, I'm just using them because they were there. I'm mostly trying to showcase the samurai and how efficient the land units are, and we're quite close to the end of the game anyway. But I think my next set of videos I'll do naval warfare, which I'm very much looking forward to. Attack into this courser. Get another upgrade into the Trung. We've only got one more tree to go down to get the commendation, although the +1 movement for land units isn't that important to me. So I feel like if there's other abilities that I think would be better used, I would go for them first. And I don't think either of these are that good, outside of the fact it upgrades Heroic Assault. The +2 flanking bonus can be really nice. It probably is better to just go down logistics. I do like it as a tree, but it's more thinking about the commendation. I don't really need the commendation as much as I need other things. But we're now thankfully at the point of the game where we kind of have everything we need on the commander, so it's a bit of a strange position to be in. I will take out this last unit, taking Karakorum. And now I will try to sue for peace, I think. Purely because it will just speed up the game a little bit. So if I move across by one tile, move the samurai here, attack into that courser. Oh well, Azuchi's right there, so I imagine I could probably take that in one turn. By the looks of it, it doesn't look as if there's much going on there. What's he willing to give me if I try and sue for peace? He'll give me Osaka, but he won't give me the second one. Right, I'll take this settlement off him, and then I will ask for one more settlement, and then we'll call it a day against him, and we'll just focus all of our effort into Tubman. I can actually move this unit into here. We'll leave this samurai in there, and we'll wait a turn so that I can pack up those units. Or we'll actually leave the crossbowmen in there because they have a lot less health. I will move the units into here. I'll continue to just focused attack, although I do want to kill the boat. Can we kill it this turn? No, we need to hit it twice. Right, okay. I'll hit the boat twice and finish it off. Then I'll actually use combined assault, because even though, or focus fire in this case, sorry, even though it's only one unit, the focus fire still gives a damage boost to the single attack, so it's just always better to do that if you have nothing better to do. Here, because I have 2 red health units, I'll quickly pack up the red health ones and put out 2 100%ers, or 94 and 91. Then we'll combine attack into this middle Cincinnati spot, taking down the walls and getting another level up, which I will push into the bastions. Bastions is a really good ability to have when in enemy territory. That poor commander just got to shore after a long journey and he's getting attacked as soon as he hits the sea. It's like I'm watching Odyssey all over again. I'll just unpack all these samurai and combined assault into this Gold Bangles infantry. Get this guy to walk up here. All 3 of these are still surviving, so I'll just continue to assault the mainland. This unit's got a free hit, so we'll attack into the archers that are annoying us. And I think based on the reciprocal damage, if they hit me, they should end up killing themselves. Oh, this is still a growing town. I thought I changed all these at the start of the age. Did I not do that? I'll change this into a resort town. Although, yeah, religious site gives it more happiness. We really want as much happiness as we can physically get. And we'll put a tea house down there. And I'll put a temple into this spot. Coming back down here, I can pack up these units into my commander and leave that crossbowman there. I'll move straight across into this city-state and take that out. And then there's another settlement here, so even if I don't really want to sue for peace next turn, after I've said it about 10 times, I can just attack whatever settlement's over there on the way to Tubman. Oh, unfortunately we don't quite take that out. I should have attacked with the crossbowman first. But it's okay, we'll get it next turn. I get another upgrade. I'll take the zone of control upgrade because now it means I can get heroic assault on the commander. There, I'll just go into healing. And it kind of feels that we've got to a point where the AI's kind of given up on building units as well. I feel like the way the AI functions is they'll continue to attack you for as long as they can, which is usually about between 5 and 10 turns, and then they suddenly just stop building units. Which is a good and a bad thing. I feel like when you're trying to farm XP, it's not that helpful, but in situations like this where we're specifically going for a war victory and we don't really want to be sitting doing this for too long, it can be quite handy. So as much as she looks as if she's got a lot of units, we've got like 10 coursers coming at us all at once. It's like a big wave, but then it'll suddenly feel like it just stops. So we get bureaucracy. That was a tough word for the first one there. We'll put a specialist onto this tile. I realise that reduces my happiness, but at this point when I'm already down at like 10 happiness, it doesn't really matter. I would consider city-stating right now, but I don't really see the point because I don't think the game's going to last long enough for me to see that eventuality. I don't have any extra policy slots, so I don't really need them. Town focus here can also change to religious site maybe. Resort town and religious site are the exact same, but I'll go for that anyway because I think it has the potential to produce more happiness. And we'll get 2 tea houses in here. We'll try and offset it a little bit. It's still at plus 10. Yeah, I'll just give up on the happiness buildings. I don't think it's working out too well. And now it's time for the famous last words if I'm not going to need amphibious. Because I would have really liked it right now. I wonder if the extra damage... No, it doesn't apply here. Because it's a city-state. I'll attack into this tile. I would have really loved to be able to take him out this turn. I could have done the heroic assault first and that would have been better. But I will attack onto that tile next turn, so we're going to get Shangjing next turn. He's managed to build himself a unit, but unfortunately it's not going to make a difference. I'll heal off the woodcutter just so we get more HP on the crossbowman, but I'm going to probably leave the crossbowman in this settlement anyway. And now we've naturally actually met the borders with Gilgamesh. How far are we away from being able to declare again? 3 turns. So in 3 turns I'll naturally start attacking Gilgamesh with this commander and this little unit that I have. We can keep the settlement and we get another resource, which can go into Sparta. I will leave this unit in the commander. These units can go for a walk. I don't suspect this effort is going to go very well, but I will still attack nonetheless. Can I actually heal off that tile? I can, so we'll heal off that tile. I've only got 1 movement left, so I'll just move the commander straight here and then we'll attack. Well, we can't actually attack from there because of the hill. We'll probably need to move all the way around. I'll be interested to see how that works. And we'll do a combined assault into here with anybody that can reach. I think it was only that one that could reach that tile though. Because of the extra damage we get into districts, we're actually doing quite a lot. And the commander gets another promotion, which means we can get the splash ability and we can get the +5 damage, which will be really impactful for us in the short term. I'll use this samurai to take out this unit, and we've actually got 2 weaker ones as well, which I can use to hit into these crossbowmen. And like I've mentioned in previous videos, even though I'm likely to lose these units because I'm pushing them far away, I care about the XP more than anything else, especially with this civilization, because you get like all of your yields from the experience gained. So the combat's become much more transactional in this case. You're not really looking at your units as people, unfortunately. You're very much looking at them as cash cows. But we get the next upgrade for defense, which means we could fortify, but at this point I don't think it's really worth fortifying. We'll just go full assault. It's more the final ability in that tree that we're really wanting to push for, because it gives us +5 HP whenever we attack something. But if we're in a pinch and we're feeling like we're suffering in a situation and we need to hold the fort, it's really good to have bastions online, but I don't think we're going to suffer from that in this case. I feel like we've got ourselves into quite a comfortable position, and we're dealing with the war quite well. 1,943 turns until we hit our next celebration. I love it when that happens. This guy's tier 3, so just in case this counts as taking out a unit, we'll just capture that. That unit disappeared because it was a city-state unit, and the city-state is now technically gone. And I think I'll settle the war with Hideyoshi, because I'm going to be going into another combat in a minute. I'll take his settlement and I'll take his influence, and I will let him live, just like Yi Sun Shin. I'll let them live their lives in a small corner of the map whilst I deal with everyone else. So now that we've finished that war, if I look at my military campaign again, the only 2 people that are really stopping me from getting the win unlocked at this point is Gilgamesh and Tubman. So if I take 2 or 3 settlements off of each of them, we will start winning this. We'll attack into this crossbowman. Oh, we actually lose that one. I was expecting it to turn into another situation where we survive on 1 HP. But unfortunately it was not meant to be. We'll attack into these walls. Then this courser's actually doing a lot of damage to us. We've also got some coursers flanking us on the side, so I need to be really careful here. I think I will move this unit up, and I will combined attack into the courser to make sure it goes down. I'll move this unit back in here so we don't lose control of the district. And I'll fortify, because I know I'm not going to be able to kill this courser this turn. I cannot heal, so I'll fortify here as well. And then I'll see if I can put this gold anywhere. I can't, but that's fine. And this crossbowman can move into this tile. I'll move down here and we'll just heal for a couple of turns until we're ready to attack into Gilgamesh. We'll send this samurai over to this commander as well. Although I don't know if they'll ever reach there, because like I say, we are getting through this combat quite quickly. And like I said, because there's a cliff all the way around, it looks like we can only really attack from this side of the river. So I made a bit of a mistake sending him around there. But if anything, it means it's a distraction for the AI to focus on. We'll attack into this tile first. We get another promotion on this commander, which we can go for the first strike and we can get our +5. Over here, I will use the focus fire onto the cog in an attempt to try and kill it. We don't quite, but I can move this unit around here and they can finish it off if it will work, and then end the turn. So we need to leave a unit in this tile, so we'll move our Trung knee here. We'll put out 2 samurai. I think because we have the ability to assault twice, let me think about this. We've got 1,000 war support, although we will be attacking Gilgamesh shortly. I think I'll put 2 more into her to put us up to +5. And We actually have 2 more movement, so I'll move around some more. Place this samurai down. And then do a coordinated attack into this courser. Thankfully we take them out quite easily. We can move back in there to get the movement for next turn. We'll just let this samurai sleep. This guy's tier 3, he can't be sitting back there as a tier 3. I'll take the minus 25 gold if I need to. We're slowly losing these boats, but they're hanging on. They're just there to cause a nuisance. As is this guy, he can actually heal 60 HP, that's good. Our second commander has arrived on shore, ready to cause havoc. We'll bring him up here. I will attack again into this tile, taking down the walls. Oh, we actually get a hold of the tile as well. We've got another tier 3 samurai. They're starting to pop up now. Looks like she moved back into this tile behind me, which is a bit unfortunate because I'm not really in a position that I can comfortably deal with that. I will move up here and put this samurai back into the commander so I don't lose them. I kind of want to keep these two because they've fortified now, but I will move you there. I'll move you back in there. Unfortunately I can't get them back out now because it costs a movement to move into the commander. But I will fortify this point that the commander's on to keep them alive, and then I will heal. There they can't raise unfortunately to do too much damage, so I'll just let these two guys heal on top of our tile. So this is what I was talking about with bastions being useful. Even though I was on the front foot and I was doing more damage, if a situation arises where I'm being flanked and I need to hold down, then it's quite easy to do with bastions. You can fortify right away, you take a lot less damage than you would if you didn't have the fortifications, and the enemy can just exhaust himself by attacking into you. Diplomatic service unlocked, and we actually had this city-state going already and I totally forgot about it. I've already got maxed out all my resources and all my places, so I'll probably just go for the market rates to get 27 gold a turn. I'm at a point where I don't really need the gold, but it's also a kind of every little helps moment. I'll move the Trung here to pick up these 2 units. Then I'll try and move one space at a time so I don't accidentally walk into a zone of control. We're also 1 turn away from getting another 3 units onto this commander, so we're in a really solid position right now. We'll move this commander down to take whatever city this is whilst we finish taking Cincinnati with the units up here. Have we got any packed into the commander? We've got 2, so I'll put 1 down here. I will just let them continue to sleep. I can attack Gilgamesh yet? I'm not entirely sure. We can. How is he getting 3 war support? Not actually sure. But we'll open this up, max it out, so we're up at +4. And we get, for starting diplomatic actions, we get a social... I love that declaring war counts as a diplomatic action. It is indeed. +2 in all of our settlements. Thankfully we've got 31 settlements, so that's a really big number. Where's the level 3 samurai? Oh, it's probably this one that's 1 turn to go. Right, so we'll push this unit down here. He's still on tier 1 units. That's both interesting and very useful. I think I'll leave the crossbowmen in the settlement. And we'll move the samurai in here because 1, they are better units, and 2, they're much cooler. And sometimes that's more important. We'll attack with the crossbowman into that tile, and then we can actually finish him off with the samurai. Which means I didn't need to do that really awkward movement to try and flank them. And also because that's a choke point, I can't even put any more units down. But I will attack with this cog into here, and we'll attack with this cog onto this tile. At the moment we are an absolute nuisance with these boats. This unit can finally attack into there. Lost one of our units last turn, but it's okay because we've got another one to place down. This tier 3 unit can absolutely tear those walls apart. I think I'll do a combined assault into this tile, taking down the walls. I will move this samurai over here, although I might just use this guy to help take out Opponent just now. In fact, I can do both, so I'll place down the one that has one movement now. Yep. And I won't do a combined assault or anything. How much movement have they got? They've got 3 movement. But I will manually attack into this district. Then I will do 2 movement to come up here. And use this commander to flank into this courser. And we'll even use our heroic assault. So we can do our heroic assault, does a lot of damage. We can use our samurai. And even though I never used this samurai, I can put them into this one, which means they'll be usable next turn. I will attack up the way here. And I think I'll continue to defend with these units for one more turn actually. And I'll actually move this commander down to the next bit so that I can better use them next turn. We get the +5 to heal every time we attack, and we actually get the heroic assault as well, so now that will really speed up this combat. And then we'll just continue to heal with those units while they take attacks. Thankfully, since Gilgamesh is still in tier 1 swordsman, this should be really easy to take him out. Part of me is surprised that they're only on tier 1, but at the same time, it's also very early into the age technically. It's just because I started so advanced that I was able to play so well. Oh, Ibn Battuta has come back to attack us again. He'll probably annoy us with some bolts every now and again, which is fine. I'll move on to this tile. I will move the low health samurai down here so that I can put the full health ones that have just shown up across. They can attack into the Go Bangles infantry. I will put this samurai across to kill one of the 3 commanders that she's just got sitting there for no reason. Pack up all 3 of these units. Unfortunately, they're exerting zone of control, so I will move down here and unpack one of them onto this tile. I think they can actually move round and then attack from the other side. They can. So I'll move that unit down there and I will heroic assault into this commander, dealing a lot of damage to them, and then we'll attack into Cleveland, which we can probably nearly kill. Yep. So next turn we'll get Cleveland, and hopefully this turn we'll also get Cincinnati. I think this might be the final district. I think they just walked out. Thankfully, because we were holding the defensive line for so long, I think they ran out of units whilst attacking into us. And we get control of it. We'll keep the settlement. I think in order to spread the XP a bit better, I will move this commander over here. We also have a second chance, or second wind, so we'll use that to finish off the courser. We can actually move this samurai into here. I'll leave the lowest health samurai still here to hold down the fort. This one can go into this commander. We've got the full health one that can kill that unit, and now they're up to tier 3, or tier 2, sorry, which is really good. I can heroic assault into the commander to get some experience. Then I'll place this samurai here to deal another attack into the courser. And we can actually flank into the city over to the left, so these 2 commanders can sweep through these enemies that are here and they'll peel into the left, and these ones will deal with Cleveland and move to the left. She's got 9 settlements and it looks like they're all bundled up over here. So we'll just slowly get through that. We get more camels, which allows us to put in the gold and the food into Okayama. I will quickly just heal for the turn, and we'll do another combined assault into this boat. This guy can take out this district, this unit can take out that crossbowman, and then we can actually move the commander onto this tile, which unfortunately uses up all of their movement, but that should be fine. We'll just attack into here. Our army commander gets another upgrade. We're not using focus fire, so there's no point getting that. Another thing that, well, I've just reminded myself, when I said at the start of the last video that Old Guard you automatically get as Sengoku Japan, I was getting confused because when I originally tried the idea for this video, I played as Sengoku Japan in Antiquity and then continued to play as them later on. And when you play as them in Antiquity, one of the bonuses is that you get Old Guard as a promotion, similar to how Rome gets Bulwark automatically or as Persia gets Initiative automatically. But it turns out that that's not the case when you play as them in their apex age. So I'd like to redact that comment and apologise for any misinformation that might have been caused in the time that that's been out if you've watched that. So you do not get Old Guard automatically when you play as Sengoku Japan in Exploration, but you do when you play as them in Antiquity. Without that out of the way, we'll go down the defensive line. I need to leave them in there, so I'll leave them in there. Make that guy kill them. I can get this unit to attack into... Or what I can try and do here is use Heroic Assault to kill the swordsman and then see if the samurai can actually kill the commander, which they can. Because there's no zone of control pressure here, I can move this samurai onto the crabs tile and then move them up here. And I can move this samurai onto this crabs tile and then just attack. Have we got amphibious on this commander? We're doing 68 damage. Wow, that's without amphibious. We're doing 68. Unless that doesn't technically count as river, but it looks like river to me. I will move the commander also into the middle here. And then we'll just end turn. It looks like Gilgamesh has started to come round the side and try and attack me, but I'm really not that worried. We've got such good defences and we've got units in every single one of our settlements. Oh, we've also got the Abbasid. Oh, I keep on saying the Abbasid. We've also got Battuta is actually coming around to attack us this time for a change. Although, as you can see, we healed kind of more than the damage that he did. She's actually willing to give us 1,000 gold for us to not attack. She's got 6,500. If she spent all that money on units to stop me, she might actually have a chance. We'll just attack into these two. I'll probably need to move the commander first. If we move the commander here, I'll probably use the yellow health guy. Attack into the crossbowman. Then move down here. I feel like the main skill in this game when it comes to war games is the manoeuvring of your commanders and moving into position. It feels like a big chess game with a lot of different tiles and a lot of different placements. And understanding promotions, understanding the actual combat, understanding combat strength and how to maximise it to your best efficiency, and understanding all these different intricacies within the game is the best way to play it and to experience it like a chess game. I think it's really, really fun. Compared to previous Civilization installations, the combat in this game is far more interesting, I feel. And I just don't know how they're going to top the Sengoku Japan civilization. Like, as a military civilization, it's the greatest one that's ever come out of the game. As far as I'm concerned, it feels like the most fun and fluid to play. You're just getting to do your typical land unit stuff that you've always understood, but it's just elevated to a whole new level. But since we're in position consistently, we're defending really well. I can just defend this tile so that we don't take as much damage. It just feels much nicer. Although I can understand that if you're not having a good game and you're just getting halted by the AI every 2 seconds, it can feel pretty hard to play through it sometimes. Anyway, that's us taking Cleveland. So if we quickly look at the victory point again, Harriet Tubman's down to 3rd place instead of 2nd. But we're still only about 4 times what they have, so we just need to take them down a little bit more. If I can get them both down into the low 30s, so if I take 2 more settlements off Tubman and 3 settlements off of Gilgamesh, we will win 5 turns after that point. So we take out those units. I actually still have 3 units packed in here. Is there a way that I can kind of re-maneuver myself and deal with that? I think there is, because we've got 2 turns, so I can use this samurai to take out that unit. Unfortunately, I can't re-maneuver and still deploy someone. So I'll just use this tier 3 one to take out that commander and route the army. We get more gold, but I've got nowhere to place it, so I'll just leave it. And we actually get another upgrade on Trung, meaning that we get our reinforcements faster. One of my favourite abilities in the game. This commander can just wait for a turn. These units can just hit into the Mamluk. Again, even though Gilgamesh is flanking me a little bit, it's fine. Our commander that we lost a while ago is respawned, but I don't entirely know if they'll make it all the way down there in time. I think what I'll do is I will pack this unit in there so that they get extra movement. And we will just see how we get on. I'll just make an extra, or the next one that I make I'll just keep in the settlement so we don't get the penalty. We'll just send this commander down here, I guess, and see if they make it there in time. I'll do a focus fire into this tile just to kill off the archers. Turns out we didn't need to do that, let's attack over here instead. Get another upgrade on our fleet commander. I find it quite funny that we don't even care about the fleet commander, but we're somehow levelling them up so fast. We'll take the upgrade one and then we'll take the focus fire bonus when we get the chance. I will use the focused attack into this district so we can take this settlement. And then I will move units into the commander so that we can move on to the next settlement below us. We'll keep this one, and like I say, if I take one more off Tubman, she's probably out of the game at that point because she was so far behind us, because our goal is to get to ×6. So if we take another settlement off her, we'll be at about 200. She's at less than 30 now. She's at 32. So we are literally ×6. I think we should take 2 more settlements off her just to be sure, and then we'll sue for peace and take another one off her that way. And we'll pretty much do the same with Gilgamesh, and then hopefully the kind of last 5 turns of the game we can just wait out and push through without actually going to war. As fun as it is to take everybody out of the game, I think we would end up winning the game before we got the opportunity to kill everyone, so. I'll attack into this guy and then we'll do a coordinated assault into this tile. Taking out the walls, so next turn we should probably be able to take out the settlement. I'll actually pick up Amphibious now because we're potentially attacking from water. Over here we're not that fussed about which tile to update, so I'll just capture that. Take Religious Site and try and get as much happiness as we can, although like I've mentioned before now, it doesn't really matter at this point. Try and position myself in such a way that I can make the most out of this situation. We'll keep this samurai here probably. I think if I move up, I pack these 3 units, then move back down diagonally. This guy can hit into there, and then this yellow one can finish them off. Move over one more and move that unit there and this unit here. This tier 1 unit can attack into this courser, and I think this tier 2 samurai can just move kind of around the side there. And I could do a coordinated assault. In fact, yeah, well, I'll just do a coordinated assault into this tile. And they nearly actually take them out. Here we're kind of running on fumes a little bit. We've got very low health units, but because this is another reason that the ability that we get where the attack is if they're always at full health is really good. Even when they're on red health, usually you'd want to pull out of the situation or you'd be desperately trying to find a farm for them to heal off of for a turn. These guys can just keep on attacking, because they're going to continue to do 76 damage in this case. Like 76 combat strength is really high when you've got a civilization that gives you the ability to gain your combat strength through some means, but instead of having that ability to gain combat strength, they just have the consistency. But in some cases they can just keep on attacking. These units are absolutely excellent. I'll do a combined assault into these walls and hopefully take them out. Unfortunately we don't, but we do get another upgrade. I will push down this tree just so I can get my second wind at some point. Here I have finished taking out all the threats, so I'll move this commander across to just pick up the rest of the units. so we can head down to the rest of the combat. I will push them kind of along this way to help out there. That unit can stay in a pony. We'll move these ones along, and this samurai can take out this courser. I can move the army commander along, although I can't really place anything else down, so I'll just move them into this tile here, and I'll get these guys to attack into these walls. And hopefully, I think this looks like it's the capital, so hopefully when we take this, we'll pretty much have taken Tubman out of the game at that point. I'll move these units along to hit there. Unfortunately, this unit can't really do much, so I'll just attack into this tile. See if we can take it out fully, which we can. So we'll keep this settlement. Hopefully his capital's nearby, since it gives us more points than the normal settlements do. And these boats are still surviving, still causing problems. Just do a focus fire onto this district over here. Oh no! Our friend who was given his military aid has finally come out to attack us. And he's done it from not an evil position, so we already started at +3, so we didn't have to do much there. Tubman's managed to come all the way back down to +1, that's quite impressive. I think this unit moves into this tile. I want to move the commander inland. I'll move that samurai there. I can actually move the Trung here. I was trying to get into a position where my samurai would get the XP from attacking. We managed to do it. Unfortunately, I can't get into a position where I can actually manoeuvre any more units around, but I'll just put the Trung in there and we will attack into these walls. This unit's just going to sleep there forever now. This commander is going to force attacks, so I'll do a coordinated attack into this courser to take them out. We'll attack manually into this one to take it out. And then they have an extra unit, so we can do another coordinated attack into these bit of walls. And then they can attack in there. Do another focus fire onto this district to take it out. And I'll just put the crossbowman back onto this tile. And I'll pack up these two units and get as close to Gilgamesh as I can. This guy didn't even need to attack that one, so we can just attack back into this tile. Thankfully I should be able to take these two districts with the boats, so I don't have to do it with any of my actual land units. Saves me a bit of effort. This commander's now arrived on scene, so they can just move in there. It's looking a little bit crowded here, but I'll be able to fan them out again afterwards, because she does have 7 settlements hiding in that corner. I'll pretty much assign 1 settlement to each commander at this point. We unlock Imperialism, giving us a crucial 1 settlement limit to help with the happiness crisis. Down in the trenches, we'll attack with these guys to get rid of that district and take out the courser. Can this guy move all the way across? He can, right? We'll use this as samurai to go into here, and this one to finish taking that out. And we still have more units to unload. I can probably coordinate an assault into this tile, although we can actually use heroic assault as well. I'll take out this commander that's just been sitting on the river because he's been annoying me. I know that wasn't particularly useful, but I just like fully killing everything. We get another upgrade. I will push for the pillage yields since I'm not really taking the time to rest that much at the moment. I do prefer the resting promotion, but in this specific situation it's not as good. I'll repack all of these units and then use these green health units. They can sit and rest there for now. I've got to say, I love the attention to detail with the little tents sometimes. You can't unfortunately see it there because they're in the middle of a tile, but they're actually standing like around a campfire and you've got the nice little tents, and I think depending on certain civilizations, the resting looks different. Although it used to look the same in Civ 6, kind of no matter who you were playing as. So I really like that small attention to detail that they have there. We take out this district and we still have more units to rain down upon the enemy. 140 gold. from one coordinated strike. 210 science. That's actually insane to see that that's just the one leader as well. So we effectively got about 130 influence and... oh, there we go, just over 100 influence, probably about 280 science and culture, and then like 150 gold or something, just from doing a single coordinated attack. Absolutely insane how good this build is. I will take more logistics. I know my usual is to try and spread out my army commander promotions, but at this point, there isn't a massive point to it. The commanders are so strong. We're really just blitzing through the game right now, so I'm not that concerned. I will leave the red health unit and this settlement to heal and protect it. We can move up here. This might be the capital actually, can we tell? Yeah, this is the capital, so if we take this off of Gilgamesh and then forcibly take another settlement off of him via peace deal, he's pretty much out of the game, although I think at this point Abbasid, I really can't stop saying it, Ibn Battuta will likely be someone else that I now need to go and take a settlement off of. He wasn't even that strong that long ago. Thankfully I'm going in the right direction because he's up this way as well. So we'll attack into that tile. We'll do a heroic assault over here. In fact, I might, yeah, if I can take that out, I'll just finish that unit off so it doesn't hit me. And I'll do the coordinated assault into this tile because I think this unit can probably take this district right away. And in fact, I didn't even need them, so I'll just take them down. We get another army commander promotion. I think I'm just going to start filling out the trees like this, because I've never really done that for each of them. I like when we get to a comfortable point where I'm just doing things for fun. This unit can upgrade into a galleon now, or a carrack, sorry. So we can protect ourselves a little bit. We're back up at 900 influence already as well. I swear we just used 1,000 for war support and we're getting minus 70 a turn. But because we're Japan, we just get so much. Oh my god, what happened there? Why is there so many city-state units? Oh wow, so they must have been just creating units for a really long time and then suddenly unleashed their wrath upon me. I'll use my influence to get them friendly as soon as possible. I think that'll be more impactful than war support at this point. And she's finally upgraded to knights, so this might start getting challenging. This is going to become difficult. We get another tier 3 samurai. I need to be really careful here. Move this unit in here. This unit can take out the crossbow. And we now need to just take down these walls. I'll leave a red HP unit in this tile just to heal because I don't want to lose control of it and then have to take it back again. We will do coordinated assault into this tile. There's a lot of walls here, so this might take a while. Coming back to this section, I can use this unit to attack in there. We can finish off this one. And we can attack into Gao. Again, there's so many walls here, this is going to become a problem very quickly. I want to attack into this tile. I want a red HP unit to be healing there ideally. Yeah, so if I put them in there, and then I place this samurai here to heal, then I'll leave this commander in here to heal. And we'll put this commander onto this tile, although they can actually heroic assault this turn. I never even noticed actually that courser's standing there. So we'll take out this courser, get urban planning, and then move on to this tile. Again, we have the option to go for a coordinated attack. I'll finish off that Mamluk first. I can put this samurai onto this tile to raise it and fully heal. Then I will do a coordinated assault into this tile. It would be nice if they did it as well, but that's fine. Here we're just continuing to survive with the boats. We get another samurai. Unfortunately, yeah, 18 turns, because our happiness is so low, your production also really tanks as well as all of your other yields, so that's the reason why it's taken so long. We've actually still got that free armour purchase I got reminded of there. So I'll take that extra 11 production, which unfortunately doesn't look like 11, it looks like 2 because of the modifiers removing so much production from us. So that's why our defensive line is falling a little bit. We're going to now be kind of against the clock because we're not making units that fast. Although we do still have 5,000 gold despite that yield also being really low. Oh, Battuta is actually coming into my territory properly. I'm really glad that I left all those samurai behind now. I think even one samurai in each settlement's enough to defend. By the time they take the walls down enough, they already lose a lot of health. I'll just add another one into there, so that's now down to 10 turns. So this turn, we'll attack into here. We actually take that district in 1 turn, which is amazing. 74 damage despite being a tier 1 unit. I will use this tier 3 unit to do 82 damage into that tile. And I'll actually give them a second chance and do that again. Just in case they never noticed the first time when I hit them. Can I actually take that tile now? I can, so I will take this district. Then I will just keep this samurai here. This one I'll pack back into the commander. And this commander's just going to heal. This commander's going to probably give this guy another attack. I think it's a shame that despite Heroic Assault only taking 1 movement, that second wind takes like all of the movement away from the commander. I feel like it should also only take 1. That would probably be fair. We'll attack into this district. Successfully taking down the walls and we get an upgrade for it. Don't really need to focus fire. I will take the +2 slots. Down here, how can we attack? Oh, we can attack this carrack with our crossbowman. And I will move that samurai there. Oh, he's actually got quite a lot of units coming in from the south to deal with us, so I'll need to be careful. We can attack into this wall. And I think I'm just going to consistently try and take, although I can heal. That was one of the bonuses we got, so we can upgrade to carracks. I actually forgot we could do that. Being able to heal outside of your own territory. Then this one samurai should be able to kill this guy. Yep. So even though I've only got 1 unit in him, he should be able to defend himself pretty well. We're back up to 424 influence again. I was about to say I don't even remember getting Kudu or Ral, but it's because I made peace with Hideyoshi and then he gave me that for free. So I'll need to quickly buy a unit in that before I end up losing it. Despite being hit twice, that samurai that was on like 10 HP is still surviving. Because again, every time they're also attacked, they will attack back as if they are at full HP. I can't stress enough how good samurai are in this game. Usually when you're at like such low HP, like down at 1, I think you've got -15 combat strength. It's either -10 or -15, it goes down really low anyway. So being able to just completely offset that is insanely strong. They do have a lot of walls here though, this feels pretty excessive. This is getting to a point where it's not feeling particularly fun to try and break through this. But we'll get there, through the power of attrition. I will move these 2 units into the commander. Thankfully there's no zone of control down here. I'm surprised there isn't zone of control here because there's gold bangle infantry. Unless it's just not shown up on the map properly. Oh, I can't physically move into there, that's why. Because I've not actually taken that district yet. So we'll do that and take that district. I will move this unit here to attack into this district. And then I will move my commander forward 1 tile. and that uses up all of their movement because now there's zone of control affecting us. These guys can attack into this district, and again, despite being at such low HP, I think the best decision is still to just continuously do combined assaults into the enemy and get a lot of XP for it. We can even do a heroic assault from here across the water. And if we get amphibious on one of these guys, we could attack from the navigable river, so that's probably a good idea to go for that, which we get right now. So I can actually push this unit onto this tile. They can move down the water, and this guy can go here, and then they can actually take that district, I think. Yeah. And this one can keep on moving down. As much as I was healing with this one, I think they've probably healed enough. So I'll now move as far down as I can. In this case, we want to take out this unit, and this commander doesn't actually have any more units left in it, so I'll just move down by 1. We'll continue to sleep on this tile. I will attack into this district. Oh, it's getting to a point where these districts are actually quite hard to hit. I'll just manually attack here. Oh no, he actually has quite a lot of health. Right. I will do the coordinated attack back into here then. And we get another upgrade. Again, I think going down the bastion route and picking up a defensive point is more useful. Especially because we are getting attacked back every single turn. And now we can attack into here. I will sleep it off. Although, I think I'll move this unit up to this commander. Since they only have 1 unit in them, it's a bit unfair to expect them to survive now. I feel like I've given this guy quite a cruel job. He's going to single-handedly take out Ibn Battuta for me. I'll just heal. And if I do a quick check on the military story, we're still at about 200. We're 5 times everyone else at the moment. So we're nearly there. I yet again forgot to put a unit in there, so I might lose it. That's a bit annoying, but it's okay, I can go back and get it. It's important to try and keep on top of everything, even when there's so much happening. I mean, I'm literally being attacked all over the map right now. So it's a bit unfortunate that we forgot and ended up losing a settlement. I wonder if we can make peace with him and actually take a settlement from him. I don't know how long we've been at war though. 4 turns for that one. 1 turn for that one. And 1 turn for that one, okay. Let's see if we can do this. Can we take this district despite being on 1 HP? We can! That's how you do it. I think I want to move this unit from the back to the front. I'll use Heroic Assault into these knights to take them out. And I will use Combined Assault into this district with the Bengal infantry. So we take that district out. I think we can also potentially take this district out this turn. No, we can't quite kill the knights. But I think this is the last one, and then that's us got Washington DC, which is the original capital, which I think is the one that gives us the important thing. We get all of our commendations on the Trung, which is what we did in our original video in Antiquity. I feel really annoyed that that video got lost, or not the video, the file got lost, because it was so cool being able to get that in Antiquity as well as having like 7 other commanders. But we got back there in the end. We'll take this district, and I think it's just this one and this one, but we can raid this one and get it back, and then I'll just manually attack this district here so we can move on to that settlement next. This leader can just pick up another couple of units, and I think the big thing here is that we're going to be doing amphibious warfare now. So if I move another green unit into this tile, we might be able to take this district on this turn. 1, 2, 3. We get social class. We do in fact take it, and we get Gao. Keep settlement. 190. Look at all that science. That is a crazy amount of yields to just get in one instance. Land units within the command radius have +10 embarked strength, or +5 combat strength with focus fire. That's what we'll go for. And then we'll go for the heroic assault ability just to get some more damage onto our commander. So now that we've taken Gao, after getting 1,000,000 yields, so we'll take the looting on here again, since we're more likely to be raising little districts and stuff to try and get some health. I will move over here and pack up this unit. I'm not entirely sure what unit I'm going to leave over here. In fact, no, I do. This guy. We'll leave this unit sitting there, and they will technically be defending that district. And then we'll move across through DC. Thankfully, because they're within the district of the amphibious commander, they were able to just walk straight across there. I can move this unit here and come in and flank this knight. Taking that district, and now we also take Washington DC in the same turn. Keep that settlement. So now if I go and look at... Also, I just need to be like, the amount of yields that we're getting from this is ridiculous. But now that we're past that, we're at 208. Gilgamesh is up at 52, unfortunately. And Tubman is down at 20. So Tubman is out of the game. We are definitely more than 6 times her number. So I'm quite happy to call it a day with the war against Tubman and focus on the wars that need to happen. So I'll see how many settlements I can get out of her. I can get 1. Can I get some gold? Can I get some influence? Oh, we can. Wow, you can take the max influence gold and take a settlement off them. So I'll do that, which means she can't attack me for 10 turns. We've got a lot more influence, so we can get that city-state under control. And we can get Gilgamesh probably up to about +5. Yeah, we'll go +5. And then we'll put whatever we have spare into Njimi, so we can get them to stop attacking us as soon as possible. We get another commander promotion, unsurprisingly. We'll push down to try and get the coordinated attack again, so we'll get the 50% reduction. In fact, you know what, we'll get the old guard, since I now definitely know that we do not get this through Sengoku Japan. We have Pittsburgh now, and what I won't do is forget about it, so I'll quickly just buy a samurai in here so I don't forget, unlike the last one. And this army commander can now just start pushing to the right. And to be honest, just for the sake of getting an extra 5 points, I might just declare war on Hideyoshi again and just attack this middle settlement, because I think it's the only one he has anyway. And over here I will attack into everything that I can. I've taken that district down, so I can actually take them like so, and then we'll move them to the right. This army commander can also just cut across, so we'll go to Kyoto for now. This unit can cut across to the middle, and the commander can move up by 1 tile. Even though they're all at red HP, because they attack as if they're at green, it's easy to just keep on using them. It also feels kind of crazy. I've just noticed that we're already at Future Civic on turn 47 with this build, even though we're only making 149 culture a turn through normal yields. I will try and pick up as many units as I can here. I'll probably leave this one to hold down Washington DC. We can fit 1 more unit into our setup, so I'll put this one across. And there should be a commander that can cut across here. They're already going to that point, so we'll just let them. This commander can come and pick this unit up. And this commander should really try and pick up some more of these units before they head off. It's kind of getting a little bit awkward. trying to micromanage everything for just now since we don't have anyone to kill. It feels strange not actually getting to hit anybody for a couple of turns on this side. Let him settle there. This commander has 5 units. We'll just wait one more turn and get one more unit. And these Carracks and Fleet Commander can just rest. I think they did a really good job. They deserve their rest. We'll get that unit to sleep. Unfortunately, Gilgamesh has decided he has units coming out of the walls. So I will just fortify and get HP. So we'll fortify with this unit. I will get some HP back on this unit. I think I can take HP. Yeah, that's a mine. So I can take HP from that tile next turn. And I can take HP from this tile as well, thankfully. I will use my Heroic Assault into this unit. Then, just to make sure that my commander doesn't get taken out, I'll move them onto one of the tiles to keep them safe. I'll move the Samurai back into the commander. And then move them along. Probably just head over this way. Unfortunately, we actually lost a unit there, but I think because we can heal from a couple of mines, we should be totally okay taking Nineveh. And then as soon as I do, I think I might trigger the ×6 event. So thankfully, he's already offering to give us a settlement. Can we get Baghdad? No. We can get Hof. And some influence. What if we try and get Borg? No, he definitely only wants to give us one settlement. I'll actually take that for now, because again, he's still a little bit further away from me. And it just gives me a settlement, so I'll get 5 points for it. So if we now look... Oh, we discovered all of the natural wonders. If we now look at this, we're at 218, Ibn's dropped down to 37. So if we look at 6 times 37, that is 222. So if we capture the capital from Gilgamesh, we will instantly trigger the Transcendent victory, assuming we stay 6 times what Ibn Battuta is. So this has now become the most important moment. I will keep on pushing and try and take more things. I'll obviously take Kudu Aral back with one of these commanders that are down here. Like I said, I'll start a war against Hideyoshi and I'll take that settlement off him, so we get +5 every time we take one of the minor settlements. I'll heal this unit. We actually get a new unit here who can then attack into this district. Unfortunately, it's taken a little bit of effort to break them down, but we'll get there. This commander can now go for Kudu Aral, and this commander... I think I'll just leave this samurai there so I don't have to bother moving them. And this commander now doesn't need to bother going that way, so we'll just go down here. We actually get a samurai over here, so we'll put them into this commander when we get the chance. And this one can also kind of head over here. But by the time they get over there, it'll probably be over. We've already got to this point, so we can declare another war on Hideyoshi. I'm actually curious to know how many settlements he has at the moment. I don't know if he's just got the 1 or if he's got 2. Give myself a little bit of war support. He's only got this one, so this is enough to take him out of the game. When we get close enough, that is. Osaka is the final frontier. Oh, we've actually got the +1 movement because of the command radius extra movement. I never even thought of that. So next turn we'll take Osaka and we'll get another 5 points towards our victory. We unfortunately lose another unit up here. Things are getting a bit risky, but I think we'll be okay. We take an attack from them, but even though they're doing double damage, because our defense is so high, even their double damage is kind of even with me. And now we're also at the point where we have future tech. On turn 49 we're researching future civic and future tech. In a really twisted way, I think this is the best scientific and cultural civ, as well as being the best military civ in the game. Even though they don't actually make buildings, they just make yields for fun. At the moment, I think I'm going to just do a combined attack into Osaka to finish this off. Oh, the middle one didn't attack. Take the settlement, and like that, unfortunately, he leaves us. Keep that settlement. And now we can actually move the Trung a bit further along. They should actually get to this in like 2 turns, so we'll send them across there. I'll just settle that samurai. I'll move this commander down there. I'll put this Carrack into auto explore so we get to see some more of the map before the game ends. I'll maneuver this samurai into this position to kill this unit. And this samurai can kill this. Oh, they don't quite kill that unit. That's fine. I will get them to attack into this one. Oh, unfortunately he's attacking into Hoff up there as well. That is annoying. Hopefully we can make peace with Rizal and take a settlement off of him as well. Although I don't know when he started the war with us, so I'm not sure when I can make peace with him. So if I click on here, oh, we can propose peace. So if I offer to take his lowest, take Kona? Oh no, he's not willing to give us a settlement yet. Interesting. That surprises me, because usually when you survive from the AI long enough, they're quite happy to let you take that off them. I will leave the red health samurai in Osaka whilst we go across to Kuru Arao. This one can go across here in 6 turns. And now I need to be a little bit more careful. I'll attack into this Mamluk. I'll bring this one back. And then I actually get another upgrade. Is there anything that we can do to get more attack power? Well, actually what we really should go for is the coordinated, isn't it? Or should we go for bulwark? We'll take bulwark because we're in a battle where he's got really strong defences. I'll actually just fortify around him so that I don't take as much on my turns. And then we'll move down here and hopefully that commander can take a settlement off him up there. So if we look across, all it's taken is taking Gilgamesh out of the game. If we can take Nineveh and then maybe take one more settlement off of him, that should be plenty. Again, I need to not forget about that settlement. If I forget about it, I'm going to set myself back even further. I'm going to go and highlight it just now so I don't forget. Now Jose Rizal's trying to make peace with us, but he's only offering us gold. And he's not willing to take giving me a settlement. That's unfortunate. Going back up to Hoff, I will make a samurai. So that should be able to defend well. And I actually have so much gold that I can just keep on making samurai in places. So I think this one, I'm assuming that's been enough turns that I can now make units here. I can, so I'm just going to start making samurai in this settlement with the money that I have and just keep pushing them out, because at the moment I am losing units quite fast to this war effort. We'll fight this one and kill it. We'll fight this one and kill it. It looks like he's doing some sort of residual damage because he managed to hurt my commander despite it being on a tile with a unit. I think that might be the Mamluk ability. So I need to be quite careful here. I'll keep the commander in there and just hopefully not lose them. And at the moment we only have this one samurai, but I believe in this little guy. Especially when he can do that and get all of his HP back. This guy's fully healed, but we're just going to keep him over there. Again, this one's fully healed, but we'll just keep him there for now. And we'll let our commanders move across the map. Unfortunately, we finally lose that unit that's been holding out for so long. And our commander takes more damage, but he's hanging on. We'll attack into this unit, we'll bring these units out here. I'll repair everything and get another samurai. So I've got enough money that I can keep doing that for like another 10 turns if need be, but hopefully we won't need to for that long. We'll kill this settler so he doesn't get to push it out. And ideally we can move this samurai onto this tile to protect him. We get our reinforcement in one more turn. And this samurai can attack into there, and then I'll build another one just to make sure we don't lose this settlement. 2 should be plenty to cover. And we can see that our commanders are nearly down here, so I think we should be able to actually take Kudural in like 1 turn. Volcanic eruption. Ibn Battuta is not happy with us because we're revealing more tiles. That's okay. We'll sleep with both of these units because, like I say, I think that's enough. They should be able to handle that. And then these guys can just hit into this settlement and slowly take it. Again, I will move those units up. This commander can just fortify this section. I'll move this unit out and make another samurai. And this samurai could actually kill these archers. And this one could deal an insane amount of damage, despite being at basically no HP, doing 78 damage. This one can go into there. And down here we can actually take this settlement. So I'll just unpack 2 units. 2 should be plenty. 1 was even enough. So we take that settlement. I'll just leave that samurai in there so I don't forget about leaving somebody in there again. And we'll move straight along. Place a unit down there to heal from the mine. And then move the Trung into that tile. So now I'll get all of the commanders to move along to the next settlement, and we'll try and sweep through here with the reinforcement commanders whilst we continue to try and hold on to this position. So down here with the Trung we have the now fully healed samurai who can probably take this settlement this turn. And the +1 movement's actually coming in really handy. I will move the Trung here and I will likely use them to give more movement to this samurai if I need to. Which I unfortunately do. I'll give it to this one because that's the one that I want to actually sit in the settlement and just protect it. That gives us future civic, which gives us an attribute point, which hopefully is a military one. Oh, it's an expansionist. Unlucky. We've got all of these different things that we could go for, but we don't really care. We just want to push for future civic over and over again. Because the military points that we could potentially get would be the only thing that can actually aid us in this game. Although I need to be careful not to go too far and actually somehow push ourselves into modern, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. We should be able to win it before that. Here I'll push into this tile to protect the commander. We'll attack into these walls. Still waiting 4 turns for some reinforcements there. I'll make another samurai. And I'll just defend this position from anybody trying to get up. We'll just continue to hold on to these settlements. And we've got a new samurai that's arrived. So I'll place them down there and see if we can actually go around the other side. Which thankfully we can. Although I don't think this guy's got a good... Oh, he does have a good command radius, so they can both attack. So next time we'll use a coordinated attack to try and get through this. I'll double check Jose Rizal and see if he's ready to give me a settlement yet. He's not. This commander has arrived here now, so they can try and push up to this point. So next turn I'll now have at least 2 commanders attacking Nineveh, so that'll give me a lot of pressure to help. It's actually kind of crazy when you look at the map and you see how I've taken all of these. I naturally kind of spread out quite wide, whereas they've clustered together so much in this bottom corner. The Trung wants to pick this unit back up. They've actually got some men at arms. I will attack into the man at arms to give me a path through. I'll leave this samurai in the city centre and I'll now just take the one that attacked. I can move down here, but then I can use my heroic assault to finish them off. Then I'll move the samurai here. Oh, that's actually still a city-state? Wow. That they are threatening to take over. So I can actually go and kill them, and then if I scroll back down, I can get the XP for clearing it. Whenever it gives me the chance to do that. We'll do a coordinated assault into this settlement, which means we can actually take it next turn, which will be good. I'll continue to push down this tree and try and get bonus damage on coordinated assault. While I'm down here, I will clear Kiev, get some production and get some commander experience. Again, we've got so many different bonuses, it doesn't really matter which ones we go for. We'll go for the +2 when flanking. Here I'll attack up, I'll attack to the right, I'll move this samurai along and then I'll make another one. I'll move this commander here and they can take out... Oh, I've got another one to send down. Send them down here. They can take out this Mamluk to take some pressure off of the other commander. Then we'll use this one that's at full health and... Oh, it keeps going to the left. Of course it does. So now I'll use the coordinated assault from this commander to take out this wall to the left. And we actually take the whole district in one movement, which is amazing. Oh, it still goes all the way up there as well. This guy can continue to just hold that position. Get another upgrade onto this commander to make them level 17. We'll push for the +5 healing when attacking. And I'll do a coordinated assault into this tile. So next turn we should at least take another 2 of the wall, so I think I should probably finish taking this in the next 2 turns ideally. We go for this and then we can get second wind. This commander's arrived here to help out, but I think this commander would do better going down the south, and these 3 can just kind of sweep across and slowly take out the settlements leading up to Shiraz. But I think even taking the capital plus maybe 2 more off of Gilgamesh is enough for me to call it quits with him and propose a peace deal. We're at 41 settlements, having slowly taken it through the exploration age. Take this 1 unit and... It's not working. Attack into the man-at-arms. I think we'll attack with the man-at-arms there, and then we'll use this one to finish him off. Then I can move them down and across here to attack. I'll then move this unit here to attack, and we'll just move the commanders all the way along. So if I move this one here, place a unit down, and try and get them to go as close to the next settlement as possible, so I can hopefully try and take that in a turn or 2. Hopefully it's not like Tubman where all of her settlements seem to have about 10 walls in them. They can actually attack this turn. It looks like they've only got 1 wall again. So move them along, we'll move the Trung knee up. This commander can head up there as quickly as possible. Now we've neutralised Njime, so they're not going to attack us anymore. We've still got Nyani as well, but there's not really much point going for them. We can take out this settlement. And then we'll move into the settlement to give the command bonus. And do a coordinated attack. Oh, we can actually do her heroic assault first. so that when we do this we actually take them out. So we're up to 42 settlements. I will send this samurai down to this commander, and this one down here. It seems like we do actually have a little bit more happiness, so we're creating our samurai a little bit more often now. We still have 2 spares here, but I don't think we really need them. I could probably do... I don't know if it's going to matter. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. So I'll move this commander here and then do a combined assault into the main city centre, which looks like it's medieval walls, which is why they're so strong. With these units, I'll attack into this district to take it. Unfortunately, because they've got... Well, I think we're actually holding them off pretty well. I think I could probably pack up the rest of the units and physically walk them up. I don't think I need to make any more samurai at the moment, so I'll make this one and then I'll just leave it in that settlement. This one can do that and kill him. Then we should be able to... Oh no, that used up all of our movement. Okay, so next turn I'll take out another couple of walls. I feel like Aquila has just had to deal with boats shooting at it for the past 50 turns, but it seems to always have full health. So I'll fully pack these commanders where we can. And re-maneuver where we have to. I can do a combined assault into this settlement with these 2 samurai to take down the walls. And then I think I can still take the settlement this turn. If I place this unit down... Oh, I used up all the movement beforehand. It might not work then. Don't think the heroic assault is going to be enough, so I'll use this to let him attack. Yeah, it's not quite enough, unfortunately. That's okay. I'll go here and I'll just offload everyone for quickness and send the samurai up 1, move them in to protect, move them up another tile. This leaves them exposed, but they should be fine for a turn. If we come back over here, I have a heroic assault to use, so I'll heroic assault into this unit and then attack into this unit from here. They kill them off, but we can attack into this tile. This one has full health. How much damage are we doing? Not enough. I'll use a coordinated assault from this commander into this tile to hopefully take out all of them. Right, we get control of that tile. Now we still have 2 units here, but we need to watch out for zone of control. So if I put both of my units north here to try and take out this Mamluk, I'll use heroic assault on it and then attack. Right, okay, we take it out quite easily there. And then this swordsman we can take out with this samurai. So I'll bring the army commander down to help out with this. So we've got 2 more walls to take out, and then I'll bring this unit all the way round here to attack into this building. We actually take out most of the district in like 1 hit. And this samurai can stay there. This one can stay there. This one can move up in this direction to assist everyone else. Gilgamesh is actually no longer the one that's in 2nd place. I'm surprised that I'm not pushing for a transcendent victory. I feel like my numbers are ×6 what the 3rd place person is. I'm really surprised that the victory is still locked. Yisun Shin's managed to get himself an extra settlement somewhere. Still not in the mainland, I think he's purely in distant lands. And Tubman's down to 4. So hopefully we can take this turn. We get our future tech, which gives us another point. We get it in science. So we'll take 25 towards tech masteries, it doesn't really matter what we do. These units can both go into this commander, as this commander comes down here to try and help. And for this commander, I will attack there. Then I'll give him another attack to attack again. And we could do a coordinated assault into this tile. So we've got one more district left to go for, and then that's us taking control of the capital again. We take Carchemiss after doing our coordinated attack. So again, we're just slowly pushing through all of Gilgamesh's forces. We get the +5 for a coordinated attack there, and we get our final commendation on a second commander. And then this commander gets its third commendation, which I think I'm going to go for the heroic assault again. So I will just push this one back up the way a little bit. We'll fold everyone into him and we'll move up another space. Then we'll unpack everybody out onto this tile. Just slowly unlocking all of the masteries. I'll attack into here with our heroic assault. And we can actually still move after that. We've got a district here that we need to try and take down. We'll unpack this samurai into this tile to then take out this district hopefully. And this one can just fortify where it is. This unit can come up here, this unit can just sit here forever. And we'll move on to the next turn. So now that we're back down here, we'll pack all of our units up, but I will leave a low HP samurai in Carchemiss to hold on to it. Then I'll move the commander up to get into the battle a bit more. Since we've taken this district, this commander's actually starting to look really low health. I need to be careful with all of the boats around since they do splash damage. I could potentially lose a commander if they're too close to the edge. Attack into this district, so it looks like we could actually get a hold of Shiraz in like a couple of turns. Move this commander along here and move this one to go up here. This commander doesn't really have anything else to do right now, so I'll just let them skip the turn. This unit can fold into this commander. And I will do a coordinated attack into this district, hopefully taking it. Nice, so we get this capital. We can get some science, and that puts us at 252. So we are definitely at ×6. At this point I'm not entirely sure why the victory condition isn't unlocking. I'm assuming the only thing I can think of is that I don't have control of every capital, but when looking at it, we are controlling the most settlements by far, and everybody else, Jose Rizal still has his original capital and Ibn Battuta still has his original capital. They're the only two, so maybe I have to go and take them off of them. I'm not entirely sure, unfortunately. Now that I've actually taken Gilgamesh kind of out of the game, I'll propose peace and try and take another settlement off of him. He's actually willing to give me 2 settlements, so I think what I might do is I will finish taking Shiraz next turn and then I will settle with him and try and get 2 settlements off of him. This commander can come and take more units, although I need to leave one here, so I think I'll leave this really low HP one, and apart from that we'll push up, but we need to push all the way up here now to go for Ibn Battuta. This unit's going to stay. This unit can just stay there for now. This one can stay. We'll move on to the next turn. This commander can go and sit in here and heal up just now before we move into the kind of final phase of the game. Oh, so there we go. We just had to wait until the next turn. So it was fine. Yeah, it was okay. So when you reach the ×6 point, you just need to wait until the next turn before the game will then notify you that you are going to win in 5 turns. And if you look here, it says Transcendent Victory, 6 times the second place player's score before 80%, and Crushing Victory, 4 times the second place score before 100% age progress. I feel like we should have seen Crushing like a few turns ago. I don't know why that didn't pop up, but I'm glad at least that we've got the Transcendent in 4 turns. So now that we're in a position where we're just going to win the game in 4 turns, I think I'll just settle the wars and see the game out, because we don't need to take any more settlements. I don't think I'm in threat of anybody else catching up to us, so I'm quite happy to click all of the wrong buttons. Really, just give me something. He's not giving us anything. Right, okay, we'll just make peace. The audacity of this man to not want to give us anything, despite us tearing the whole world apart. I can't help myself. I did say I was going to go and take over Shiraz first, so we'll do that. Although he has spawned quite a lot of units to try and stop us doing that. We can take out this Mamluk. Can we take out this one in 1 turn? No, we can't, but we do get education. So if I click on the shipbuilding too, I actually don't know if we can even take it this turn. I think we can take the walls down, but we can't kill the one that's in there. Yeah, we can't kill the one that's in there. It's okay. I think we've proved our point, and I have shown that it's quite easy to... No, that's so much. I think we have proved our point that if you set up well enough and you prepare for a good war game and you have all your units in the right position, you manoeuvre them well, you can get through a deity military game quite comfortably if you are in the right positions at the right time. We have so many commanders. I mean, after all of that, I don't think we need to do it anymore. We have our commanders at level 20, 18, 11, 18, 14, 21. And then we also have all of these samurai. Plus we have our fleet commander. So we have nearly 100 commander levels in the game. We've managed to take 3 civs out completely. We've taken 4 civs out completely. Plus we've basically taken out Gilgamesh and Yi Sun Shin. So I think we've played a really, really strong game. And at this point, all we have to do is click buttons and see it through for the last few turns. And just appreciate the empire that we've managed to build up. And after making peace with him and taking a couple more, we're up to 263. So it actually tells you the point goal there. And then now the point goals have popped up everywhere else. But we've just made peace. We're going to just sleep with everyone. They can all take a well-deserved rest after all of that combat. And we can take some time to just kind of reflect on the game that we've had. Oh, he's actually still moving, that's fine. I'll get him to rest shortly. But overall, I think it's really fun playing through this and learning the combat style, learning about all of the different modifiers that give you combat strength, learning about how you should level your commanders most efficiently to get the most out of them. And ultimately there isn't really a right answer for everything. You can mix and match a fair bit with your game style and your play style. You can just keep on trying different things with different leaders. You all have different angles. We've got a leader that does double damage but takes double damage, so he's really dangerous to play as but really fun to play as. We've got a leader who loves being an ally to others but also has an extra 2 war support when they only have 1 ally. We get more experience through Trac. We force other enemies who attack us to have basically no war support with Harriet Tubman. But there's so much diversity in the game and so much fun to be had with it. And I think in this game we really showcased the sheer strength of Japan and how the samurai are just really, really strong. Again, I know I've said it a million times already, but the ability to constantly attack as if you're at full health and never suffer a penalty is insane. The fact that they can do that and no other unit in the game can do that is insane. I would be interested to maybe play as a more offensive Civ who has other combat strength abilities and then use syncretism to get the samurai. But overall, as we've seen, the fact that you can get every single yield on this top bar from attacking enemies through your commanders, you get all your XP, you get all of your yields. We saw it hundreds of times. We saw like 200 science, 200 culture, 100 influence, 200 gold from a single attack in some cases. There is just really nothing that beats this build right now. This is the strongest build in the game, as I would think of it right now. And we got to a military victory at less than 50% through the age. And that was after doing 3 future civics. Well, 2 future civics and 1 future tech. So with that concluded, I hope everyone managed to enjoy this game. I appreciate that I ramble a lot throughout the game because I really love it and I'm really passionate for it. But I just think the game's awesome. I love the way it looks, I love the way it plays, I love the military elements of it, and I want to share more of my strategies with everyone and kind of help everyone along. So if there's any other queries regarding this, or anything I've done, anything I've said that might not quite be accurate, feel free to mention it down below. And if you have any other builds that you would like to see, feel free to mention that. I have time that I would like to spend just to try and explore new things. And apart from that, thank you for joining me. I have been Sean's Plains. I'll see you in the next one.